So let's find equal standing on our mats. The feet are parallel, right? All 10 toes are face forward. And we're going to think about the four corners of the feet. The inner toe mounds, outer heel, inner heel, little toe mounds. Now lift all 10 toes, spread them out, and bring them back down to the earth. So your feet are nice and grounded and big. Feel energy coming up from the earth through the legs, lining the hips up with the ankles, shoulders over hips, ears over shoulders, and now open your heart by turning your palms forward. And from here, we have this long, elegant, lifted posture here. And our hearts are open so the breath can move nice and smooth through the body. Inhaling and exhaling. Now put your hands on your belly. We're going to go over diaphragmatic breathing. Have your middle fingers touching here. Exhale, belly button to spine. And now as you inhale, inhale into the belly, into the diaphragm. Feel that expand, and there's some space going to happen in between your middle fingers. Now as you exhale, belly button to spine. Inhale into the diaphragm. Slight separation of the fingers. And just do that one more time. And then bring your hands down. So remembering where that breath went. It didn't stop up here at the chest. It went all the way to the belly. Let's add some arms to take it even deeper. The feet stay grounded. We exhale. Palms out. Inhale. Press through the feet. Lift up. Think about what your shoulders are doing. Keep them away from your ears. Inhale. Into the belly, bring your palms to touch, and exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Now we're going to reverse that circle. Inhale, bring your fingertips up toward the sky. Still breathing into the belly. Now as you exhale, your palms go down. Think about releasing anything you don't want to bring into your practice today. Okay, hands are by your side, palms out. Inhale into the belly. Big circle. Yeah, looking good. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, fingertips up. Exhale, releasing here. All right, let's do that one more time. Just breathe. Feel yourself lifting, filling with energy. Bring the fingertips up and feel yourself releasing anything that does not serve you. So you might have been going at a slightly different pace. Never rush yourself to catch up. That's not what it's about. It's about you going through things at your own pace. Let's start our spinal series here. So the feet are slightly wider than hip width distance. And we're going to move into cats and cows. We want the knees and hips to move, so let's work on that first. We're just going to bend and straighten, coming into like a almost chair here, just very softly. Alrighty. So now we're going to take the right hand to the left shoulder, left hand to the right shoulder, roll forward just from the waist up, so we want the spine to roll forward, gaze toward your mat, and then inhale, open your arms wide and back. Now when you come back forward, your left hand goes first, then your right hand, roll forward, and open, wide and back. Right arm, then left arm, roll. Big open here. Left arm, right arm, roll. and open. So now we're in cow. We're moving into cat. Right arm first, left arm, cat, open cow. And the last time, left arm, right arm, cat, open big cow. And release, shake everything out. All right, so now we're going to take the spine side to side, right? That's another 2 ways that it moves. So take your feet mat width distance apart with the toes turned out. This time we're intentionally turning the toes out. Ground through the feet. We're going to be going straight down. We're not taking the hips back. We're going straight down, bending and straightening the knees. Just a little is fine. So they go over the toes. Okay? All right. So now we're going to bend the knees, have the right elbow down, left hand is just by your side. Straighten your legs and reach straight up. Okay? Now bend, elbow down, knees bend, straight, reaching up, bend, elbow, reaching up. Okay, we're going to add on to this now. Bend, and then as you come up, start to tilt to the left. Bend, come up and tilt left again. Bend, and left. Let's stay here and start to wake up our core. Take your left arm, can you feel it? Parallel with the with your floor here. Inhale and exhale. Reach up, bend the knees, left elbow down. Same thing, we're going to reach up first, straight up and down. Reaching straight up and down. Reach straight up and down. Now adding that tilt right and come back. Tilt to the right and come back. Tilt to the right, stay here. Float your right arm up. Come on up, let's do 2 knees and 2 elbows. Bend and reach up. This is the 5-pointed star. When we bend the elbows and knees, we're in moonflower here. Take it one more time up to 5-pointed star and bring your hands down. Take your legs closer together and give them a shake out. Inhale and exhale. So now we're going to twist, okay? And we're going to turn all 10 toes forward. And we're going to see if we can twist from the waist by keeping our feet grounded, thinking about keeping the toes facing forward, the knees facing forward, the hips facing forward, okay? So let's take this to cactus arms here. Lift your hips away from your ribs away from your hips, inhale, and then slowly start to twist to the right. Notice when your right hip starts to join you, stop, and then come back to center. Lift the ribs away from the hips, slowly start to twist to the left. Okay, once your left hip wants to join in, stop where you are and stay hips forward, inhale. Lift away and twist to the right. And come center. Lift and twist to the left. And come center. Release the arms and shake it out. All right, does everybody have a chair? Have a seat for a moment. So now the chair is going to be how we keep the hips in line. When we're seated in the chair, we're at the edge of the chair, right? The feet are grounded. So this is like a seated mountain pose. The spine is nice and long. Inhale here. Now, let's take the arms to cactus arms. Lift the ribs away from the hips here and twist to the right. And notice where you can go with this twist now. Come back center. Lift the ribs away from the hips and twist to the left. And come center. All right, let's give the arms a break here. So we're going to take the hands out by our side. Now, reach up with the arms, reach up, lift the ribs away from the hips here, inhale, and as you exhale, take your left hand outside of your right thigh and hold on to the back of your chair. Inhale, arms up, reach up, and as you exhale, other direction, holding on to the back of the chair. And we'll do that one more time. Lift up, inhale, exhale, twist, turn your gaze to your back shoulder, and come center, inhale, exhale, twist, turn your gaze to your back shoulder. Come back to center, and let's wiggle those legs out, shake things out, inhale and exhale. Now we're going to stand up with much intention here, right? So you can even cross your arms over your chest here, and stand up, use those legs, there you go. All right, let's get the chair out of the way. Take mountain pose and see if you can feel some energy moving through your body now that we've opened up, worked the spine, got the blood moving, inhaling and exhaling. We're going to be coming down to the earth now for core work, okay? Our core work this morning will be dead bugs. So let's come to the top of the mat here. Take a few breaths. Inhale, float the arms up. Now exhale into a swan dive. Swan dives can always be head higher than heart. They could be halfway. They could be very deep. It depends on where you want to go right at this moment in your practice. Bend the knees and hips, put your hands on your thighs, shine your heart forward. We're in half lift. Now continue bending everything, bring your fingertips down, and step your feet back to down dog. Okay, now you know that you can always do down dog at the wall or with your hands on the chair, right? We're in down dog, and we're going to bring the knees down and sit off to the side. So we find ourselves in seated mountain pose to begin with. Nice transition from standing to sitting. The feet are flexed, the spine is long. Okay, and now we'll bend the knees and roll down. Does everybody know dead bug? Let me show it to you and then I'll ask you again. So for dead bug, we're going to be doing some variation on this theme. One leg forward, other arm back, right? The dead bug. Who knows this? Who's done this before? Yeah. Okay, good. All right, so dead bug then. Roll down. We'll be taking it in stages. That's the basic concept. As your right leg goes forward, your left arm will be coming back and vice versa. We're going to start with 2 feet on the mat. Hands are by your side. Extend your right leg. Keep your right heel 2 inches off the mat and take your left arm back. Now bring the right foot in, left hand down. Extend your left leg, heel is 2 inches. Right arm comes back. And bring the foot in and the hand down. We're going to do that again. Right leg, left arm, nice and smooth. And in. And left leg, right arm, nice and smooth. Yes, and in. All right, so that's the first way to do it. The second way is to raise your right knee. Okay, so we've got the left foot on the mat, right knee is up, and we extend the right leg, left arm, and bring the right knee back to tabletop. So you can see this is getting progressively more intense here. Right leg, left arm again, and bring it in. Right foot down. Let's try that on the left. You are always welcome to keep both feet on the mat here. Left knee, right arm, and extend. This is why we try them out first. Bring the knee in. Left leg extends, knee comes in, and release. Let's open and close those knees like little butterfly wings here. Okay, raise one leg if the single knee version worked for you okay. If you were okay with the single knee version, okay, remember you can always bring your feet down. Now we're going to try the double knee version. Okay, if the single knee didn't work for you, then just stay with 2 feet on the mat. Here we go, double knees here, right? And we extend the right leg, left arm, and bring it in, and we extend the left leg, right arm, and bring it in. Let's do that one more time, right leg, left arm. Even if your feet are down, you're still moving. Left leg, right arm, bring it in, hug in, and rock side to side. All right, so we have 3 versions. We're going to go 4 times on each side. You pick your version. Feet down, right knee only up, 2 knees up. We're going to start on the right 4 times, okay? Starting position, here we go. 4 times on the right. Right leg, left arm, and in. Right again, and in, and right leg, left arm, and in, and right leg, left arm. Last time, in, and bring those feet down. All right, now take your starting position 4 times on the left. Left knee, right arm, and in. Left leg, right arm, and in. Left leg, right arm, and in, and left leg, right arm. Last time, in. Hug your knees in, and give your spine a little massage here. Inhale and exhale. Okay, drop your feet to the mat and raise one leg if everything went okay and you're starting to feel your core here. Felt your core, good. All right, let's move to the hips now, okay? So we've worked on water wheel in this class, and we're going to do some water wheel again here. It's a great hip opener. Okay, so your hands are by your side, both knees are bent. We take the right knee in, point up with the right foot, flex the right foot, bring the right leg down. Knee in, point up, flex down. And we're looking for a nice, smooth, circular movement of the right leg here. And the next time your right knee is in, hold it in. Now flex your right foot and we'll reverse the water wheel. Flex out, point up, knee in. Take it out, up and in. Keep going. If you need to stand up or move to the chair, let me know and I'll show you alternatives. Otherwise, we have 3 more on the right, 2 more. Last one, right knee stays in. Now hold on to your right hamstring and just let your right leg open out to the right and come back to center. We're moving the hip in a different direction now, right? We went in a circle, now we're going side to side. All right, and now just come back to center. Cross your right ankle over your left knee here. Your right foot is flexed. Draw your legs in towards you so your left foot comes up. Hold on to your right shin and just move your legs side to side. There's that hip. Forward and back. And then make a circle. And notice as you do this, you're also getting a nice massage for your spine. Pause and circle the other direction. And release, unwind, bring both feet to the mat. Okay? Everybody, one leg up if you're good to go for the left. Need any further explanation? All right, here we go. Water wheel on the left. Knee in, point up, flex down. The right foot's on the mat. Keep moving your left water wheel. Make that circle. Knee in, point up, flex down. And the next time your left knee is in, hold it in. We're going reverse. So we flex the foot first. Flex out, point up, knee in. Keep going. Out, up, and in. Reverse water wheel. And last time, next time your left knee is in, hold it in. Hold on to your left hamstring and let your left leg come out to the left and back to center. It doesn't have to go far. We want that right hip to stay grounded here. Come back to center. Now take your left ankle across your right thigh and flex your left foot. We're in pigeon position here. Bring your legs towards you and hold on to your left shin. Take your legs side to side. Then forward and back. You're holding on. And then make some circles. One direction and the other. And release, unwind, put 2 feet to the mat and make those nice little butterflies. All right, so we are going to come over to the side and have a seat for a moment. Sit up for a second. Okay, we will be coming into our knee down plank, and it's going to strengthen the cores and also help strengthen the arms. Okay, so if you don't want your knees down at any point, you can do this at the wall. Okay, if your wrists bother you, you can do it in the air as well. So let's come into hands and knees here. And our goal is to get one straight line between the knees and the shoulders here. So the hips aren't hiked up, the spine isn't swayed down. One straight line, okay? Inhale and exhale, you're in a knee down plank. Now bend slightly at the elbows, do a little push up here, arm strengthening, press back up, and send your hips toward your heels. Come back into this knee down plank. This is an advanced move. It's quite vigorous, so take your time, push up, and hips back toward the heels. We're going to go plank, push up. Now, as you start to bring your hips back toward your heels, bring your big toes together, take your knees wide apart, and press back to child's pose. So in child's pose, we want the forehead to be supported. So you can make a pillow with your hands. You can rest on fists, or your forehead might touch the mat, whatever works for you. Now you'll probably notice in child's pose we're getting a nice stretch in the inner thighs and the hips here, but it's also a place for us to just connect with our breath before we move on in our practice. From here, we're going to work our way up to the downward facing dog. Okay, remember the chair is always available to you if that's you today. And now that we're in our dog, let's go ahead and start our journey, bringing the feet to the hands. Yep. Feet to the hands. And then bring your hands to your thighs. Bend the knees. Shine your heart forward. We're in half lift. We're going into forward fold. Remember, you never have to bring your head lower than your heart unless that's where you want to go. Take it down, fold forward. Anybody feeling their hamstrings here? stretching the hamstrings. Now inhale, float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And release. All right, so that was really very close to a full sun salutation. We've done most of the moves that we would do in a full sun salutation. So we're going to do that now. Come to the top of your mat. If you are okay with all the floor moves, then you can take the chair out of your way. If you want the chair to be there to help you up off the mat at any time, have the chair nearby. Okay, come to the top of your mat. So sun salutation is a series of movements that use every muscle in your body. We're going to strengthen and stretch all the muscles of your body. Okay, almost, well, as many as we can tap into. Here we go, mountain pose. The feet are grounded, correct? The toes are pointing face forward. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, we're going to keep the legs straight now and the spine long as we fold over the hip creases. High, low, anywhere in between. Keep your legs straight now as you shine your heart forward. Half lift. Now bend at the knees and hips. Bring your fingertips down and step back with your right leg. We're in a lunge here. Okay. Now we're going to bring the right knee down, take the left leg back, and come into knee down plank. If you prefer knee up plank and that's in your practice, go ahead, but we're working on knee down plank right now, okay, which is perfectly fine. And now remember how we bent those elbows, bend the elbows, but this time come all the way down. This is called chaturanga. Your hands are under your shoulders here. We're going to move into the cobra back bend. Take your shoulders towards your ears. Roll them down your spine and lift your heart. Let your head just follow your heart and make sure your hands are soft on the mat, not pressing into the mat. Cobra and release.
I'll call you back at noon. Okay?
Okay? All right, so now we're going to press back onto the knees, come into tabletop, tuck the toes, lift the hips, find ourselves in downward facing dog, that upside down V, right? And then just walk the feet to the hands. When you get there, shine your heart forward, half lift. Roll your hands down your legs as you straighten them for a forward fold. Press through the feet. Inhale, float the arms out and up, palms touch, and hands come heart center. And release. So that was the first half of our sun salutation. We'll do the second half now, starting with the left. Does anybody need anything for that? Did that go okay? Give me a sign if you're okay with everything we just did. All right, here we go, top of the mat. We're going to do it the same way. Your hip creases are right here, right? Right here. This is where we're folding from, okay? We're not folding from the waist. We're folding from the hip creases. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, straight legs, long spine, fold forward, however far you decide you're going. Inhale, shine your heart forward, half lift. Bend the knees and hips, bring your fingertips down. This time we step back with the left leg for our lunge. Bring the left knee down, right knee down, and then come into knee down plank. Remember, in the plank, the hips aren't up, the back isn't swayed. We're one long line, so we just adjust, right? Now bend at the elbows, chaturanga, all the way down. Shoulders toward the ears, down the spine. Not using the hands, lift to cobra. Release. Come into table. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. And then walk your feet towards your hands. Take your half lift, forward fold, and float the arms out and up, palms touch. And hands come heart center. And release. All right. So every day as you're walking, you're challenging yourself. You're challenging your balance, right? You're moving in and out of balance. That's a balancing pose we do every single day. So now we are going to start with a familiar pose to us, the sun and moon. One knee, one arm, right? We'll work our way into that. And then we're going to take it to a moving pose, okay? All right, so you can have your chair nearby. What we're going to do though is we're going to, instead of having our hand on the chair to start with, we're just going to see how high we can move each knee, okay, without needing to touch the chair. Does that make sense? Okay, all right, so here we go. The toes are face forward, feet are grounded. Now for balance, we want a steady gaze, so find a spot that isn't moving. The gaze is so important in balance. And then we want our mind to be calm, so take a nice inhale through the nose and a nice deep exhale. Just release, okay? And remember, we balance all day long when we're walking, so okay, so we have our steady gaze, we have our firm base of support with the feet, and we have a calm mind. Bring your hands to your hips and just raise your right heel here. Now, the tendency is to sink to the left here, so straighten that left leg, lots of energy in the left leg. And now, see if it's okay with you and your body for your right toes to start lifting. If they come down and up a few times, that's fine. Okay, and release. So that's your balance on the right for right this moment. Right foot is grounded, steady gaze, calm mind. Left heel lifts, right leg stays strong. And see how far you can float your left toes off the mat. And release. So some days our balance is a little more challenging and we might need to just bend the knee and leave the toes directly on the mat. And that's fine too. Okay, we're going to come into sun and moon now. So we'll start with the hands on the hips, firm on the left leg, float your right knee up. Now draw your left arm to the sky and let your right fingertips come down by your side. A lot happening here. And release. Okay. All right. So balance doesn't always mean we have to we're static in the pose. Balance, it can be, we're moving around a lot, but we keep coming back to center. Hands to the hips, left heel up, right leg is strong. Float your left foot up to where you found balance or keep the toes down. Right arm up, left fingertips down. Sun and moon pose here. Keep your gaze steady and release. All right. So now you know where your sun and moon is today. It might change as we go along, but it can stay right where it just was. And let's go right knee, left arm all at once. Float it up. Yes, and bring it down. All right, left knee, right arm. Float it up. And bring it down. So you see we just smoothly moved in and out of balance here. Let's do that one more time. Right knee, left arm. And release. And smoothly into left knee, right arm. Good, and release. All right, shake it out. Okay, so we are going to be coming to our seats now to do the rainbow hip that I spoke to you about, and then we'll be headed back down to the earth. So when we sit, we want to be our distance from the chair, maybe a foot, right? And we're going to keep the spine long. We're just going to turn this into a leg movement here, leg exercise. Slow, slow, slow. Find your chair and release. I was getting a little nervous there. I wasn't sure I had placed my chair right, and I thought I might entirely miss it. So perhaps a better thing for us to do next time is to start seated. Let's do it this way this time. We start seated, we know our chair is in the right place, okay? We lift ourselves up through the legs, and then we slowly start to come down. Now, feeling confident that the chair is there. Anybody else have that feeling, or did you know you were good? All right, let's shake those legs out. This is a great little hip opener. So we're still at the edge of our chair, hands down by your side, and we're going to take the right knee up and out and in. So we're taking the right foot out to the side and in, but you see we're making a big arc here? Yes. I know we've done this before. Yes. And last time on the right. And I wanted to show you this in the chair because you're seated sometimes during the day, and when you're sitting in your chair, you might think, oh, I could do a little twisting. I could do a little rainbow, right? I could do some cats and cows. You don't have to be in a class or in an exercise mode to move your body. Sit up nice and tall here. Rainbows to the left, up and out and in. Okay, I think we have two more. I kind of lost count. 1 and 2. Whew. And shake the legs out. All right, so we are going to be coming back down to the earth for doing our finishing poses. First, we're going to stand up and shake out. Now, remember, you always have the option to, instead of coming down to the earth, sit in a chair. Okay, but let's stand up here. Oh, and I know you guys were doing that nice, strong stand up. Yes, okay, all right. And let's just shake out the body, see how things feel. Feel into your muscles, see if there's anything that's talking to you that's saying, I need a little more movement. Okay, all right, so this is just you in communication with your body. Okay, and let's find our mountain pose again. Take a few breaths here. Scanning the body from head to toe. Feel the breath move. Now see if you can feel we're nice and upright. Automatically our body is starting to move into a nice mountain pose with everything lined up. We're training it to do that. We're training the palms to face forward so the heart can be open. Now exhale, belly button to spine, and take a nice deep inhale into your diaphragm, and also send the breath to the tips of your toes, the tips of your fingers, and the crown of your head. You're getting so much bigger, and then just gently exhale. And we'll take one more deep inhale all through the body, and release. All right, so come back to the top of your mat here. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, bend your knees and hips, bring everything down, bring your fingertips to the mat. And one last time, step back to that downward facing dog. Okay, inverted V here. And we'll bring the knees down, sit off to the side, and find a seated mountain pose. The spine is long, the feet are flexed. Now we're going to loosen everything up. Whew, just shake it out, and we'll do 2 nice soft forward folds. We're not trying to reach our toes. We're not going for anything here other than a nice gentle forward fold so the arms come gently up and just melt forward wherever you go. And then roll your hands up, your legs, arms gently up, and roll forward. And come on up. Bend your knees and roll down. We're going to extend the arms and the legs long. Inhale. And then draw the knees in. Both knees, you can bring them in one at a time or both at the same time. It doesn't matter. Okay. All right. We are in a pose called Apanasana, wind removing pose. We're going to put the hands right under the knees here. Take the knees as far away from your body as you can with your hands still under your knees, and just rock side to side. We're massaging the spine. All right, now release, extend everything, bring your knees in, and we're going to find happy baby. So we can either find the feet and hold on with the feet flexed, or if the feet are too far away, hold on to the hamstrings, okay? And we're going to rock side to side. So the feet are flexed like you're going to make footprints on the ceiling. Nice little spinal massage in a little different spot than we had earlier. And now come center and release. So that was happy baby. Before that was Apanasana. Now keep your left foot down and take your right leg straight up. We're going to point and flex the foot. Get some nice ankle flexibility here. Circle the ankle one direction and the other. Bring your right foot down. Take your left leg up. Point and flex the foot. Circle and circle the other direction. And bring the feet down, and let's do a couple of butterfly wings here, just gently opening and closing the knees. Take your arms long out from your shoulders here. Extend the fingers wide and wiggle them into a gentle fist. Extend and wiggle. And then from your gentle fist, rotate the wrists one direction and the other. Bring your hands down by your side and let your head move side to side. See if there's anything in the neck that needs to be liberated here. And now come back to center. So we'll be moving into final relaxation, which traditionally is done with the legs long, but it can also be done with the knees bent, whatever's kinder to your spine, all right? And before we move into that, we're going to scan our very own bodies from head to toe and see if there's anything going on that needs to move or wiggle. Find your final relaxation alignment for today. Do you want your legs long or do you want your knees bent? Maybe you want your feet wide apart and your knees touching. Okay, so find out what feels good to you. Hands are by your side, about 6 inches away from your hips on either side. Feel yourself connected to the earth. It's time to let go and absorb all the benefits of the hard work you just did in your practice. So inhale through the nose and slowly exhale. Just let your body sink onto the earth. Let the earth support you and just be. Slowly begin to bring your awareness back to your space. Invite a deeper breath. Gently bring movement back to your body. Wiggle fingers and toes. And on your next inhale, stretch your arms long and your legs long. And as you exhale, draw your knees in, give yourself a hug, find your way over to a side, and slowly, carefully back up to a nice, easy seat. Hands together in Anjane Asana as you turn your gaze to your own good heart and your bright spirit. Thank and honor yourself for your practice, and we thank and honor each other for sharing this time. Namaste. All right, how'd it go? Everybody